Max Dyche, thoughts on today's game, really, and how it went?
Difficult, really difficult. It's a very similar story to Gateshead early doors. I think we started well both games. We felt like we were on the front foot, and then we get a kick in the teeth. We've seen a red card back. That's getting overturned. So I don't really understand why he's done it, why he's given it. I mean, why he sent him off. But you have to you have to roll with the punches in games, and unfortunately, that's sort of how it's been for us. And it was a real kick in the teeth today because I thought we started well, and continued to do so. I felt even with 10 men first half, we looked
Mm.
a threat. We had some good chances off set pieces. We had obviously Jamie's goal disallowed offside and Wardy's effort cleared off the line. So we felt like if the first half went on for a few more minutes, we could probably score. And then second half, it's 10 against 11 for 75 minutes. Something's going to drop for them, and
Mm.
unfortunately, we're just on the wrong side of it.
Good summary. I mean, I was going to say that I felt, certainly for that first half, you wouldn't have thought Woking were down to 10 men. It's, it, it was a pretty even game, wasn't it?
No, agreed. I thought we were firmly in it.
Mm.
And our game plan was to start in the front foot. We know they want to play a little bit, so we tried to make them kick it where we could, which plays into our hands a little bit. It's really tough. I mean, we're finding hard to try and grasp a bit of momentum, and we're trying to just drag it from somewhere, and it doesn't help when you get unfortunate decisions like the red card today, for instance. Just a proper kick in the teeth for us.
And what was the manager's message at half time?
Just stick at it. Stick what we're doing. We look a threat. We've had opportunities. There is something here. We've got to stay in the game, and unfortunately, we give away, well, from our perspective, a pretty soft goal. And again, it sets you back, and they put the subs on. We've got to try and chuck the kitchen sink at it and hope something falls for us. See if we can get a last grasp point, but it's a long way up from 2-0 down.
And you're obviously, heart of the squad, heart of the changing room. It's been a difficult run of games, and some has been luck, some has been, you know, games that we've lost and so on. But how do you handle that? But also, what's the spirit like in the squad?
The spirit generally is pretty good. I think that we all know that it's right there. We are close, and it's an really easy cop out thing to say. I understand that. I know how it looks on the outside. Us just saying, no, we're close, we're close. And everyone's going, yeah, whatever. You keep losing games, but
Mm.
we are. There is people in this change room that will go and play high levels of football next year or the year after, and it's just unfortunate that we haven't quite, as I say, built a bit of momentum, strung a couple together. We've had odd wins. Apart from the three we had early doors, we haven't had a little streak of being unbeaten really. So it's hard to find those little moments when you're, sort of under it. And I think that all we can do is be persistent. Just stick at it. That was the gaffer's message at half time as well. Just be persistent.
Mm.
Stick at it. Eventually, something will drop for you because that's just odds of
Mm.
football. It will happen. So the more we can keep together, I mean, there's nothing. We gain nothing by just splitting apart and down in tools. That helps no one. Doesn't help the football club. Doesn't help us as individuals. So we're not doing that. That's why we're sticking to task, and that's going to be the key message for us the next few weeks. Is just stick to task. Right, that game's done. Focus on the midweek cup game and focus on the weekend.
Mm. And we've been saying, there's a number of young players in the squad. Is that, you can easily say, well, for young players, it's unusual to sort of lose or a struggle to lose games and things like that. Is that a cop out, do you think, or is that for players who maybe haven't experienced games and bad runs?
Well, a bit of an element of both, considering I am one of those young
I
players.
know, I know.
So, we're learning on the job. I am myself. I'm holding Turns' hand and speaking to him about little bits of advice that I can do to implement. I'm learning, as I say, on the job. I'm using every game as a bit of experience. Okay, what can I do differently against this striker, against this winger, playing against this system? So for me and a lot of the boys in there, it is a tough learning curve, and that's why I think we will get stronger.
Mm.
People will say, yeah, okay, we've got a weak team, but we haven't. We've got a young team, and we're all learning together. So eventually, when the penny drops, which it is starting to, you've seen little flashes of it.
Mm.
When that penny drops and we get the cohesion of it all at the same moment, we will start kicking on. And unfortunately for us, it's not come yet. We're optimistic that it will, and I don't see why we shouldn't be, because all you can do is what you can do. So you just keep pushing on to the next game. Parkworth's already come. Parkworth's already been, sorry. And just get ready for what's to come.
Thank you. And finally, FA Trophy next week against Havant. Have you played in the trophy before?
No, maybe our first game, hopefully.
Mm.
I'll be fit and ready for it, so I'll be looking forward to that. But
Yeah.
it's just another tough test. We all know the magic of the cup. Anything can happen, and like we hope to have in the FA Cup, they will hope to have against us in the trophy because we're the big fish in this competition. So we've just got to go in, stamp our authority, and go and win the game.
Brilliant. Thanks, Mike. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
And have a good week. See you next week.
Thank you.
Cheers.